welcome back to the Mia Verde channel. I am Mia Verde and I am so happy you are joining this special edition of my vlog series today. Today we are going to talk about my weight loss journey. It is a very, I don't want to say unique, but very personal journey for me because I have been on this journey for a very long time, and I wanted to share that with you because I have been talking specifically about some of the some of the details of my burnout journey and my burnout experiences. And if you are looking at, or if you're watching those vlogs, if you haven't seen them, go to my channel and make sure that you watch my burnout series for my corporate girlies, for my professional women who are suffering from burnout. One of my side effects from burnout was weight gain. I gained over 70 pounds and I was able to finally lose that as one of my steps to making sure that I was altogether healthy, meaning physically, mentally, and all of those things. So I wanted to do kind of an ad hoc side vlog. Yes, I talk with my hands, y'all. Okay, y'all get to know me. I talk with my hands. I wanted to do a side series, or not a series, so let me know if y'all want to see more, but at least one vlog that was dedicated to what I did to lose the 70 pounds. It's like you kind of just, I kept saying it and then kind of glazing over it, but it's like, what did you do? So I absolutely want to share that with you. So as you can see, we are in my kitchen. Y'all like my new hair? We got the new hair. We're getting ready for the Paris and London trip. So I absolutely will be vlogging that. But yeah, so I lost, as I talked about before, I lost over 70 pounds during my burnout, or during my overcoming of my burnout, using the intermittent fasting method. And for those of you who are not familiar with intermittent fasting, I'm sure it's everywhere. It's very widespread. It's nothing new now, but it's basically when you eat for a certain amount of time. There are windows of time that you eat, and there are windows of time that you fast. I know some people, for me specifically, I did the 8-16. Is that 24? 8-16. Now let me give this disclaimer. I am not a personal trainer. I am not a medical professional. I am not a dietitian. This is just over many of my adult years. I have struggled with weight and I have learned what works best for me. So I've tried probably every diet you could think of, and I have lost weight, gained weight, but I pretty much have now gotten to a place where I know what works for my body and for, my mental health, what I can sustain and what I cannot. I have learned new habits and been able to keep up with them in this season in my life because of those things, because I've because I've discovered the things that work best for me. So with that being said, y'all, and I know I play with filters a lot, so I tried to come on filter free today for y'all, so y'all can really see me. So filter free today, kudos to me. But I love them, they be so cute, y'all. So I'm gonna continue to use my filters, but today y'all getting filter free because this was about accepting, and this video is about accepting and loving yourself, and that's what I want it to be about. So intermittent fasting. So I chose the 8-16 window, but majority of I would toggle in between the 8 and 16 window days or the OMAD. The OMAD worked wonders for me. So if I really needed a push to get myself down, if I found myself a little stagnant, then I would do the OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. I know there's another acronym. What is it called? Alternate meals a day. There's another one that's like you eat every other day. That's for the extreme. Let me tell y'all, intermittent fasting was easier for me because I think it matched my natural rhythm of eating closely. So I have in the past tried, y'all, I'm about to be old. I was about to say Atkins. I'm so old. I'm keto now, right? I mean, they're different. Keto's fat-based, but I've tried both. I've tried Atkins. I've tried keto. I've tried South Beach. I've tried, what's the other one that was really popular? Every one that y'all could think of, I tried it. The starch solution. Now, I will say I learned about the starch solution from There is a influencer that goes by the name of High Carb Hannah. Shout out. That's when I tried my vegan journey, my low fat vegan journey, and I lost weight with that as well, but I wasn't able to sustain it the way I wanted to. My body felt so good doing the starch solution and me using the recipes that I got from her and other people. But the problem is I have diabetes in my family. And so with that much starch based in my diet, I found my numbers, my A1C skyrocketing, even though I was actually seeing results. I was so disappointed that I couldn't stick to that diet because my A1C, my blood pressure was coming down. It's like, you really have to find what works for you, because my blood pressure numbers were coming down, but my A1C was skyrocketing because I was doing that starch solution diet. And I was seeing weight loss results, but it wasn't healthy for my insides. So you really have to consult a medical professional. Do I have lipstick on my teeth, y'all? So many vlogs I be having lipstick on my teeth, and there's no one here to tell me. So you really have to consult a medical professional and really pinpoint what works for your body and your system. So today, outside of me talking about that, because I really don't have much to talk, outside of that's what I did. I got up every morning. I talked about that in the last vlog. Please go check out my last burnout series. I think it's episode 6 or 7, where it's like feel the guilt and do it anyway. It's the self-care, the importance of self-care. Physical is mindset shift number 1, your physical self-care. I started, and it took me about, almost 3 years, like 2.5, almost 3 years to lose this weight. It was not an overnight thing for me. So the first thing I did, I knew some of the things to do as far as working out. I had to working out. It was my eating though. It was my eating that I really couldn't get control of. And I really wasn't as fond of, tracking macros and doing all that. I've done it, but it's something where it's like you just can't maintain it because you don't enjoy doing it. I just didn't enjoy doing it. So I started off really committing to my workouts. I did love my workouts. So I started off, I've always weightlifted. I've always done strength training. I've always done that. The cardio was to lean me out. So every day for an hour, before I got ready for work, I committed to waking up at 5 a.m. So yes, I am a 5 a.m. girly. I wake up at 5. I do my devotional. I do, speak to God, gets my attention first. On a good day, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's hard. Don't pick up your phone and start scrolling. I am guilty of that. But when I'm on track, God gets my attention first. And then from about 6 o'clock, I'm getting ready to work out, getting my workout stuff on. From about 6 o'clock to 7 or 7:30ish, I am working out. It's about 6 to 7:30. And so I started off with, cardio. I do spin classes. I do Peloton classes. And walking for me, I do walking and treadmill and all of that, but it's not, again, it's a little, if I'm not outside, it's very boring. It could be very boring. I have fallen in love. I'm just going to be, what worked for me is spinning. I took up spinning. I got a spin bike, and that ended up, I had an elliptical, I had a treadmill, I had a stair stepper. I just got rid of my elliptical and traded it in for a Pilates machine because I am now in love with Pilates. So I am in my, beginner classes. But cardio wise, it was spinning for me. Shout out to Alex Toussaint because that's my dude, okay? It was spinning for me. It's either I'm doing that and that's more cardiovascular, or I'm just doing kind of steady state in zone 2, and you have to be able to read your heart rate to know what zone 2 is, and that is for fat loss. So started spinning, that was step 1, and then I had to get my diet under control, and that's when I introduced the intermittent fasting. Now, along with the spinning for my physical workouts, I would do 40 to 45 minutes of spin class, I take it back. I would do the 30-minute classes, but then when I started doing zone 2 for fat loss, which really, I feel a little guilty doing zone 2, but everyone says zone 2 is for fat loss. It's actually slower. It's a slower pace than taking an actual spin class. So spin class is going to get you up in zone 3 and zone 4, maybe even 5 if you're really going that hard. And that's for cardiovascular, that's for your heart. But for fat loss, that's when I really got to a sweet spot when I was advised to start in zone 2. So when I wasn't doing the classes and I was just, I would pick my favorite YouTuber to watch or something like that, I was able to do a 45 minute spin, and then I would come down and do my weight training. And it would be, the typical things to kind of shape you up. It would be squats, deadlifts, hip thrusts is big for me. I carry my fat in my upper body. I'm not an apple, I'm an hourglass, but I think I'm an hourglass. But I build muscle very, very easily. And so I do carry weight in my upper body. We got the girls, and I carry weight in my upper body. I also, which I did mention in my other vlog, was having issues with my gut health. And it wasn't just gut health. It was more so, it wasn't my gut. It was actually my uterus. So again, your doctor is going to be key in, you can do all the things, but you have to also know your numbers, know some of the things, that would hinder the hard work that you're doing or impede all of the hard work that you're doing. That could be very discouraging. Imagine working out for a year and not seeing any results, and your uterus is 7 months big. It's like you don't know until you know, right? So you have to go get those things checked out. So I had to get those things taken care of, and I'm going to talk about that. I talked about that in some of my last vlogs, some of the issues I was having. And again, all of these, a lot of the exacerbation came from stress. I'm not saying it was the cause of it, but a lot of the stress and the burnout that I was going through during that period in my life did not help it at all. And so I made a commitment to do everything I can to take care on all sides of myself. And that's what I did. So we got the waking up at 5, making sure that we're doing our cardio. I worked out 5 days a week. 5 days a week. I said, if I could get up and go to work Monday through Friday, then I'm going to commit to do something for myself as well, right? And I mean, not that going to work ain't for you, but you know how you feel about getting up and going to work. So yeah, it's for you, you getting a check, but it doesn't feel like a treat, right? So it's like, I'm going to take care of myself and do my cardio on those days and make sure I at least give back to myself in that way. And so I did my cardio Monday through Friday. I did my strength training Monday through Friday, went to work. And I will say the endorphins and especially in the winter months, if you live anywhere where, it's dark, I live in the Midwest, where it's darker. I have lived in the South, and the difference in the sunshine, and the hours of sunlight and the days that you get sunlight, you need all the vitamin D and everything that can boost your mental health and your mental state of being. You need all of that. So that really helped me. I felt so good. Yes, it was dark outside, but guess what? I would turn on some music. I would watch something good. I would watch my favorite YouTubers. I still got dressed. I got dressed as if I was going to a gym. And yes, I could have went out and went to a gym, but I didn't choose to do that because again, it's cold outside, y'all. It's cold in the winter. I just chose, it's just more convenient for me to do it at home. It ensured that I would do it. I don't care if it's a blizzard outside. I'm rolling out of bed and I'm getting on that bike. And that was my step one. And then once I started feeling good, okay, after that 40 minutes, I'm going down to do some weights. And then I'm, showering and getting presentable to get on to I work from home. And so a lot of my business is conducted from my office and via Zoom and things like that. So I had the luxury of not really having to go anywhere unless it was like an outlier day. So yeah, so that's what I did. So that was my physical thing, right? And then later on, I just probably in the last month introduced, y'all saw the vlog. So the last month or two, I just introduced Pilates for the first time. And that's that. So that's my physical. That was my diet. I did OMAD, majority OMAD. And then if I'm not doing OMAD, I'm doing the 8-16 intermittent fasting. Some of the benefits of that also, it's like resetting your body and resetting your set weight. It really did help for me. You know what is a set weight? You know that weight that no matter what you eat, no matter what you do, your body's happy at this weight. Well, my set weight was high. And I'm like, no matter what I do, I could eke off 3 pounds and that's fine, but go eat something and you right back to that, weight. So I was able to reset and lower my set weight. The fasting also helps, and I read again, there's a book, and I'll insert the book here. There's a book I read on fasting that was really, really good about how it helps your A1C and your blood pressure, and it just really gives your body a chance to rest. I know a lot of people don't eat, they may not be doing IF, but they don't eat before 12 noon. A lot of people do that, right? And I know they say you can have coffee or tea, probably not with like syrup or milk or stuff in it. I do drink matcha. So here's, like I said, I'm not a healthcare professional. I did work for me. I did drink coffee. I had pre-workout and coffee or matcha. And I don't drink my coffee black and I don't drink my matcha plain. So yes, I probably broke my fast in that sense, but it was very little calories consumed. Very, very little. So that's what I did. So yeah, that's my story. I probably have, y'all can see, much, much better than what I was. I probably, I could keep on going. And so I just want to be my fit self. Goal wise, numbers wise, I do go get DEXA scans. I'm looking at body fat percentage. So I do want to get my body fat percentage down just a little more, just based on my target range for my height. Y'all, I'm only 5'3". I know y'all see them little short legs, those short legs, and they ain't little, but they short. So I know y'all see them little short legs on my video. I'm a shorty doo-wop. I'm only 5'3". So no, I'm not going to be 120 pounds, but I do want my body fat. The scale can say what it says, right? But you want to know what your body fat percentage and lean mass or lean muscle mass, you want to know those numbers. That's the numbers that count. So it's almost like, how go by your measurements and go by your body fat percentage, right? So that's what keeps guiding me. And I think my first weekly vlog, if you go back to that vlog, you'll see the process of me getting my last DEXA scan. I got it in April. So I will do another one probably the end of the summer to see where I'm at. So that was my journey. It was not an easy one, but putting yourself first, making sure that you are taking care of yourself and that you are the healthiest you could be is the first step in overcoming workplace burnout and realizing or becoming your highest self. And I think that should be everyone's goal for 2025, or at least start the journey. It probably won't end up being, but there'll be steps and there'll be components that you'll just tick off and improve, right? I'm at my best fitness level, and that's where I'm trying to be. I'm just trying to be as fit as I can be. So I think for the other part of this, that's it, y'all. I could babble on, but like I said, I'm not a healthcare professional, and so I don't want to get into the benefits and all that. This is what the benefits were for me, and why I did it and how I did it. It took me, I want to say, almost 3 years, because there were, y'all, don't be afraid to go slow. I know the fad diet say lose 20 pounds. I used to be on them, believe me. And as soon as you eat, you're going to blow right back up and with some extra weight. So don't be afraid to go slow. I was frustrated going that slow, but in hindsight, I'm so happy I went that slow, because now I can have a cheat day. I can have a cheat meal. These are lifestyle changes that I made, so whereas now I can go on vacation and not come back 10 pounds heavier, right? I'm going to make sure I walk. I'm going to have that. Oh, baby, when I go to Paris, we're going to be eating, okay? But we're going to be walking. I'm going to make sure if they got a gym in the hotel we're staying in. I'm taking my workout clothes. We're going to do all of that. It's about balance. Life is about balance. So don't be afraid to go slow. You have to put one foot in front of the other, right? You have to crawl before you walk, especially if I've yo-yoed all my life and I'm tired of doing it. So I don't want to do that anymore. So I really had to it can't be a quick restriction that gets you there. It has to be an actual lifestyle change. So with that being said, I want to make one of the meals that is a quick and easy meal. I think cooking, I think what we consume, fast food, I've never been a fast food girl. I like to cook, but I think what we consume plays a big part in it. I used to cook all the time, and that's great. But I had to say I had a lot of videos on my TikTok of me cooking things, good and bad, healthy and unhealthy. So today, I think I want to do that. I think I want to get back in my cooking bag and show y'all one of the meals that I love. That's a very quick and easy meal that's always a crowd favorite in this household, because it's a household of one. So yeah, all right, let's get into it. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm about to get. All right, so we are gonna start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ain't no start off, that's just it. It's about 6 ingredients. I got my pan here ready. I'm gonna show y'all in detail what I made. So this is a spicy Mexican cauliflower stir fry, right? And it's supposed to be like rice, but it's a stir fry. So this is spicy Mexican style rice cauliflower. It has tomatoes, bell peppers, and jalapenos. It's from Trader Joe's. Y'all see that? It's already mixed in. Very, very good. This is the base of your meal, right? Or you can do this as a side. I do it as a meal, but we absolutely do it as I do it for my man. Because he's not just gonna eat this. He'll do it as a side with some meat or something with the protein. Onion, I use a white onion, yellow onion, whatever you want. And then a can of black beans. This is like a Mexican feel. A can of black beans, Trader Joe's. But you know what? Actually, these are not my favorite ones. My favorite ones are the, they might not be the healthiest ones. It's, what do you call those? Bush's baked beans, and they're seasoned. So again, sodium, you got to be careful with canned stuff and frozen stuff, the sodium count. Cheese is optional. I have a little cheese left I need to get rid of, so I'm gonna put some cheese on mine. And then I like to use taco sauce. Seasoning wise, I do like chili powder, onion powder. It's whatever, y'all. I'm kind of a freestyle cook, so even if the recipe calls for one thing, I'm gonna do what I got and what I want. I'm gonna use what I got and do what I want. That's pretty much my way of life. So yeah, so let's get to cooking. All right, let's get some light. Does that help? Hopefully that helps. So, I'm gonna burn my tripod up, Lord. So we are going to start. You know what? We're gonna start with just a little bit, like a little, what is this, a tablespoon? 2 tablespoons. That was a little over 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. It could be vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever you want it to be. If you're trying to watch your oil, if you're trying to watch your fat, then maybe don't do that, but you need some fat, okay? Especially as a woman, we need some fat. So we're gonna let that heat up. While we let that heat up, we are going to chop up some onions. So I am going to peel this yellow onion. I hate peeling onions, y'all. There we go. There we go. Y'all, I'm not a professional, but I've been cooking a long time for myself, so it works for us. It works for us, me and my family. So don't come at me. But anyway, so defensive, right? I know how people be though, like that's how you chop. So I'm gonna chop this whole onion, but we're just gonna cut a few onions here. Let's do 2 views. So, oh God, you crazy. Nope. And again, I don't got no kids, so basically I'm saying that to say, my household, we don't have to have, oh, I'm about to start crying. We don't have to have super small onion pieces or uniform onion pieces. I get it, I get it. You want them to cook evenly. So they're gonna be just about uniform, but hey. Oh, I just try to get this done before my eyes. Oh, y'all, cutting these onions. Whew. I'm crying. And luckily, yeah, I needed to cut these onions. I needed to use these onions so it wouldn't go bad. Alright, so that's about it, y'all. That's about it. A rough chop. I'll call it a rough chop because that's about all I can stand. This is about all I can stand. So, 1 minute. Oh, don't y'all hate when y'all stuff be in the dishwasher? So, I love one of these things because as my oil heats up, let that heat up. We are going to grab the onions. I'll be trying to. We are going to grab the onions. I'll be trying to. This is how stuff be on the floor. And you gotta clean it up. Camera focused. Oh, that was it. One swoop. Basically, one swoop. Put our onions here. It's honking. All right. I don't want to burn my tripod. This is an expensive one. Okay. Lord, God forbid my camera fall in the thing. Okay. We doing good? Let's see. All right, so we are going to let these onions saute. So I know that like the package says tomatoes, peppers, yeah, it's just peppers and jalapeno, like tricolor peppers and jalapenos. I love onions, so I want onions in everything. So, I mean, it's all vegetables, so you don't have to saute those onions too long before you add this mixture. Now, I will say, if you don't like spicy, don't mess with this. This is a spicy dish, okay? And I think not even with adding the spice, it comes spicy. It says vegan, but it doesn't give the spicy disclaimer. This is spicy. I guess, well, it says jalapeno, so duh, right? So we're gonna add that. I just cut it all up. Y'all, this goes really fast because I don't have it, we're not adding any meat. So we just really get that. And I just keep my heat kind of high. So, and it's frozen, so we just get that cut. Take our can up. God, y'all, this is, oh, scared me. My electronic, I was scared of cat. My electronic can opener. We're gonna open these black beans. Y'all, this is my first time using this. I think it goes like that, and you just press the button. Oh, look, y'all. That's sweet. That's kind of dope. It just does it by itself. Does it stop at any point? I'm gonna say it's dope, but did it work? It worked! I just spilled stuff everywhere, but it worked. This was new. I got this off Amazon. It's cool, and it's blue. It matches me today. That wasn't on purpose, but oh, sweet, 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 sweet. All right, so we're just gonna drain these beans. I just made a mess right there, but that's okay. Just get them ready, and you can rinse them, drain them, and rinse them. I like the starch in mine. Like when I make chili and stuff, I don't rinse the beans like that because I wanted to thicken my chili up, and I don't use that other stuff, that mesa or whatever be coming in the little kits. So yeah, dope. So we're gonna check on, is this burning up? I just wanna make sure it's not blurring up my camera. Y'all, this is real simple. So I'm gonna get my seasonings ready. Like again, I do a little Lowry's just to give it some salt. I know if y'all ain't doing salt, don't do salt. Then we just add, I don't wait too long, y'all. Just add to, now I'm doing Lowry's because this is just plain black beans. When I get the Bush's seasoned baked beans, I mean not baked beans, when I get this Bush's seasoned black beans, I don't add any salt element. So we're gonna add that. So we are going to, are we still filming? Add this. So it's so easy, y'all. So now we're gonna add our little spices. So this is like a side dish, I guess, but to me, I eat this by itself and be done. So a little salt, my onion powder. Yeah, I got the Kroger brand. Some things you just can't have the Kroger brand, but salt powder, onion powder and garlic powder ain't one of them. Chili powder. And that's pretty much it. And we're just gonna mix that real good. So the beans give it the protein. So that's why I said this could be a complete meal for me, because it's basically taking the place of like rice and beans. Now I will say I learned this the hard way and I was highly disappointed. I thought this was a very low carb meal and it's not as low as I thought it was. It's 5 grams. So yeah, it's low carb. Low carb. There's the nutritional info. So what we do is we just heat this up thoroughly because all this stuff is cooked basically. It was just frozen. With the onions, and then we're gonna plate it and put the cheese and the taco sauce on it. And it's just a little quick one too, y'all. I wanted to do something quick because that's where we go wrong, or that's what kind of gets us when people, it's so much additives and fat and added calories and things when we eat out, but nobody really has the time, or people don't like to cook for the most part. A lot of people don't like to cook, and you're gonna get the best results if you cook for yourself and start meal prepping and food prepping. That's just what it is. So let me plate this, and then we'll see the finished final results. Yeah. So I'm gonna be using this bowl. And I ate, so. I'll say so. Let's pull you over some. Woo! Not that much. So, are we filming still? Okay. So we're gonna add some cheese here. Y'all, it's so simple. I know y'all like this, it literally could be a side. That's a lot of cheese. Add a little cheese. You can melt it. I mean, it's still kind of piping hot, so it's gonna melt, but that's it. A sprinkle of cheese. However much you want, however little you want, none if you're doing dairy free. And then I go in with my little Taco Bell, my sauce, taco sauce. I had one that was on his last leg, so I'm gonna do that. And then we just drizzle that, empty that out. And that's it, y'all. But I'll be like, this is gonna be the beans. The beans really help fill you up, the beans and the cauliflower. So I like to eat mine with a spoon. like that. Did y'all get that? It's good. It's good. It's good. So it's a little Mexican. If you got a little hankering for like a Mexican meal or like a Mexican flavor. Again, if you want to just make this a side, you can do that and put a protein with it. I think like some sauteed chicken thighs would be really good with this. Or shrimp. Shrimp would be good with this too. Let me take a taste. Delicious. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to my weight loss journey, my healthy meal journey. If y'all want to see more vlogs like this where I'm cooking, because I was cooking all the time. I just kind of took a break. But I've been cooking. I cook all the time for years. Okay, like this break is nothing compared to all the years I've cooked all the time. So y'all want to see more videos like this, let me know. Don't forget to check out my burnout journey. That series, that's really the message that I want to give. That's why I did this video, because it was an ad hoc, and in addition to the burnout series, one of the topics that we talked about on there. And let me know what you think. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Y'all watching it anyway. I am really trying to reach the people that I need to reach. So, all right, have a great day, and I'm going to get to my dinner. Oh, look at that, y'all. Look at that cheese pull. Healthy food can be good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be tasty. It could be tasty, and it doesn't, but you have to cook it yourself. That's the catch. Choose your heart. So, all right, y'all. See y'all later. Bye.